Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I love you all so much. So today's video is going to be a speed build of a colorful tiny house. Now at first I didn't know that this was what I wanted to build, and so I wasn't building a tiny house at first. So it wasn't tiny, and I did this whole shape and I really liked it, and then I was like, wait, I want to build a micro home. And so I did that, and so this house is actually a micro home. I had to do a lot of fiddling with it to make it so that it fit the size, but eventually it did. I needed to make sure that it was still a micro home, and I wanted to use a lot of bright colors for this build. So the main color is teal and blue and stuff like that, but I also used a lot of yellow, I used a lot of greens, and in the back I even used a hint of pink. So here's me playing with fences and kind of building the outside of the house. So here's a little personal life update for all of you. So last year, I don't know if I was posting at this point, I don't think I was, but I tore my MCL, and that was, I thought that was a year ago. I don't think I was posting, but I tore my MCL. It was one of the worst things I've ever had to deal with, and because I couldn't dance, and dance is my passion, and I couldn't dance forever, and so I was really upset about that, and it hurt really bad to know that I wouldn't be able to do something that I loved so much, and I didn't dance for about 4 months, I think, and it sucked. But then the pain went away, and I didn't really have any problems. I went back to dance, everything was great, and then recently, my knee has been hurting again, and that's really bad, because if I tore it again, that's bad, and it's been hurting again. It's been about 2 months since it started hurting again, and I still haven't gone to the doctor, which I know is a really big mistake. I need to go to the doctor, but I don't want to because I don't want to hear bad news, and so I'm still going to dance. Yeah, but today I have to do dance on Zoom because I went to Florida over winter break, and because of COVID, I have to go get tested before I can go back to dance. I just want to make sure that I'm not infecting anyone. I really want to make sure that that's not something that I'm doing, and so I have to wait until I get tested, which I am doing tomorrow. So tomorrow I can get tested, and then about 2 days later I'll probably have my test back and I can get back to dance. But yeah, so I have to do dance on Zoom, which kind of sucks because I have to do a 3-hour class on Zoom, which is really sucky and not fun. But you know, I don't want to put other people at risk, and it was my choice to go on a trip, but it wasn't other people's choices to get infected. So I just have to make sure that I'm not spreading it to anyone, which is something that's super important to me. So yeah, so as we are in the build, I am adding some bricks and stuff and just making it look nice. I really like this brick from City Living. It's my favorite brick in the game. I really like it, and here I'm picking out a foundation, and I actually decided to make this house be on stilts, which I never really do, but I feel like for a micro home it's so realistic and fun, so I decided to do it. Like, why not? So I did that, and yeah. I don't really know what else to talk about. I think I have things that I could talk about potentially. I mean, okay, so my friend, let's talk about school. Let's talk really quickly about school. So, if you didn't know, earlier this year I moved to a new school for the new year, and I met new people. However, a lot of them are not really like me. Like, a lot of them are kind of spoiled because it's a private school and all this stuff, and a lot of them are super dramatic, and a lot of them care a lot about drama and stuff, which has never been something that I like. And so I obviously not really interested in that, but a lot of my new friends at this school are always in drama, and so that's not really that fun. And even though I've only been at this school for a little while, there's already drama in the friend group, which is so annoying. Like, I don't understand why that has to be a thing. Like, it's just people knowing other people's personal business, which is so stupid, and all this stuff. And so yeah, so here you can see me working on the landscaping. I'm really popping from my personal life problems into my build, but yeah. And so oops. But here I am working on the inside. I at first wanted these green cabinets, but once I figured out my layout, it didn't really match the colors. And then here you can see me trying to figure out the bathroom, but I didn't really like the shape, and so I ended up changing that up later. But I really wanted to use this tiny living bed, and so I did end up using that in the end. But I had to change up a couple of the colors of the counters, and I'm pretty sure that this house is still fully functional because you have a trash can, a sink, a bookcase, and a TV. You don't have a dresser, but the bathroom has a mirror, so you can use that to change up your looks. So this house is fully functional. The kitchen is definitely functional. Your Sims will still cook on those corner pieces. Don't worry about that. And so yeah, this is basically, I had to change up a little bit. I had to do a little bit of fiddling with the whole micro home thing to get the bathroom to fit, but don't worry, it's still a micro home. And so here's me decorating, and I really wanted to keep in mind that colorful micro home thing that I started with. That was my goal. So I really wanted to use this orangey wood tone because it's my favorite wood tone in the game. I always use this wood tone. I used to really do a lot of grayish wood tones because I felt like there are so many of those in the game. It's so easy, but recently I've really been into like these bright wood tones, and so I've really been incorporating those into my builds. And I used the university shower, a base game toilet, and a parenthood sink. And here's me putting in lights because I forgot to do that, but I made sure to, oh, why was I doing that? Anyways, I made sure to put colorful tile in the bathroom just to keep in mind that whole colorful house thing, and I used a super bright orangey wood tone for the floor and some colorful walls just for fun. And I put a couple paintings on the walls just for a little bit more fun. It's a little bit more of a pop of color in here. I also put the TV in. I mentioned that earlier, but there isn't a lot of seating in the inside of this house. Oh, here you can see me putting a bookcase, but there isn't a lot of seating inside this house, and so I made sure that I had a backyard for fun. So I actually have a pool in this build. There's a grill, there's a trash can outside. Yeah, I have an outdoor trash can, which is really good. And I just realized that I forgot to put a trash can inside, so here's me just putting one. And I placed a nice table outside so you can have your Sims go eat out there. I know it's not really ideal, but it's not that far since it's a micro home. Like, it's not that far to walk. You'll be fine. And I actually placed a campfire in this build because I thought that would be fun. I never do that, and this one actually came with Get Together, and so I did that. I'm pretty sure your Sims can cook things. It might work as a grill, but I'm not sure. But I also added a bike, and then I did a couple things to work on the border of the pool. So I actually found this stone pebbly thing that I liked a lot better than the terrain paint. So I used that. It's a little bit more repetitive than the terrain paint, but I really like the pattern. And then I just ended up using a little bit of a stone brick to line the pool with, and then I used this Get to Work little fence that your Sims can actually step over to line the border of the pool. And then here we're getting to the end of the build where I add rocks to line the path. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really sorry for my hiatus, but I'm really trying to get back here, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. I love all my bruvlies. Bye! I love you so much. Follow me on Twitch. Anyways, bye everyone.